What would you say if I told you that the breakfast you believe is keeping you energized might actually be the reason you feel tired, foggy, and weak before noon? Picture this: a quiet kitchen at sunrise. An older man prepares his usual morning meal, something he's eaten for years. It feels familiar, comforting, even healthy. A bowl of oatmeal, maybe some fruit-flavored yogurt, or a slice of toast with jam. He eats slowly, sipping his coffee, unaware that this routine might be quietly chipping away at his memory, his energy, and even the strength in his legs. This isn't a scare tactic. It's a growing reality backed by science, and one that's affecting millions of older adults each day. Despite their best intentions, 98% of seniors over 60 eat at least one breakfast item each week that contributes to inflammation, blood sugar crashes, or even cognitive decline. The worst part? These items are often labeled as heart-healthy, low-fat, or rich in fiber. But here's the good news: the damage is not permanent. In fact, just one small switch, replacing a harmful breakfast food with a smarter choice, has been shown to improve energy, reduce inflammation, and protect memory. Several peer-reviewed studies on older adults have confirmed it. The right breakfast can reverse years of quiet damage. Let's begin with one of the most deceptive breakfast foods of all: instant oatmeal packets. You've probably seen them on grocery shelves, marketed with smiling faces, promises of heart health, and convenient prep. Just add water and you're done. But what really happens inside your body after you eat one? Instant oats are heavily processed. Their fibers are broken down to cook faster, which means they also digest faster, too fast. Within minutes, your blood sugar spikes. If your packet has flavoring, it likely contains more than 18 grams of sugar per serving. That's not breakfast. That's a glucose bomb. Even worse, ingredients like maltodextrin, a synthetic carbohydrate, spike insulin levels even more quickly than regular sugar. For older adults, this sets off a dangerous roller coaster. First, a rapid blood sugar spike. Then, within an hour or two, the crash: fatigue, shakiness, and stronger hunger than before. Your body feels like it's been through a sprint before the day has even started. One study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed high glycemic breakfasts had 47% higher levels of inflammation in the 6 hours following their meal. And that's not all. Regular blood sugar spikes are linked to insulin resistance, particularly dangerous for seniors who already have reduced insulin sensitivity. Over time, this increases the risk of type 2 diabetes, muscle loss, and nerve damage. What feels like a light breakfast might actually be the start of a slow breakdown in metabolic health. But don't worry. If you love oats, there's a way to keep them in your life. Just skip the packets. Instead, prepare steel-cut or rolled oats, soak them overnight, cook them slowly, and avoid adding sugar. Top with cinnamon or berries and you'll enjoy a steady energy boost, not a crash. It's not just oatmeal that's posing as a health food, while secretly working against you. Another seemingly harmless staple, often praised for its probiotics and calcium, can be just as damaging when misunderstood: flavored yogurt cups. You see them everywhere. Small plastic tubs lined up in the dairy aisle, labeled with cheerful fonts and words like immune support, gut health, and low fat. For many older adults, they're the go-to choice for a light, easy breakfast. But beneath the marketing, these yogurts are often loaded with sugar, artificial sweeteners, and chemical thickeners. Some brands contain up to 22 grams of added sugar. In a single serving, that's more than 5 teaspoons of sugar first thing in the morning. And sugar isn't the only concern. Many of these products also contain artificial flavors, food colorings, and stabilizing gums, which disrupt gut bacteria and drive low-grade inflammation throughout the body. For seniors, this is more than a digestive inconvenience. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who consumed sugary dairy products for breakfast experienced a 34% increase in inflammatory markers such as CRP and IL-6 within just 2 hours of eating. That kind of inflammation weakens immune defenses, degrades tissues, and accelerates age-related muscle loss and cognitive decline. Even yogurts that are marketed as low-fat often come with a hidden cost. When fat is removed, manufacturers typically add sugar to maintain flavor, but that trade-off harms blood sugar regulation and increases the risk of mid-morning energy crashes. Fat plays a crucial role in the absorption of vitamins and in maintaining satiety, especially for older bodies that don't process nutrients as efficiently. So what's the alternative? Plain Greek yogurt, no flavoring, no added sugar, no syrupy fruit at the bottom. It's rich in protein and naturally low in sugar. You get the probiotics, the creaminess, and the nutritional benefits without the metabolic chaos. Top it with a pinch of cinnamon or a few fresh berries, and you've got a breakfast that supports your body rather than draining it. This small switch may not seem dramatic, but it can have a huge effect, particularly in the morning when your blood sugar, mood, and mental clarity are especially sensitive to what you eat. For seniors who want to stay sharp and strong throughout the day, steering away from sweetened yogurts is a powerful first step. And yet many fall into an even deeper trap. It's a tradition, a routine, a comfort passed down from childhood, and a dangerous one. We're talking about breakfast cereals. Cereal may feel like the classic start to the day. A quick pour of flakes into a bowl, a splash of milk, and breakfast is served. It's familiar, convenient, and marketed with phrases like whole grain, multigrain, high fiber, or fortified with vitamins. But most cereals, even the ones that look healthy, are anything but. The truth is, breakfast cereals are some of the most processed foods on the market. The grains used to make them have been milled and refined into fast-digesting carbohydrates. Then comes the sugar, often in the form of corn syrup, fruit juice concentrates, or malt extract, even in those no added sugar options. Finally, artificial vitamins and chemicals are tossed in to give the illusion of health. But for seniors, this combination can be toxic. According to a study published in the British Medical Journal, older adults who regularly consumed processed breakfast cereals had a 21% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Another analysis from the Nurses' Health study revealed that seniors who ate cereal for breakfast were 36% more likely to develop abdominal fat after age 60. This isn't just about weight gain. Abdominal fat in older adults is metabolically active. It releases inflammatory chemicals that weaken muscles, strain the heart, and increase the risk of stroke. That seemingly innocent bowl of cereal each morning could be fueling chronic inflammation while quietly sabotaging your strength and circulation. What's more, the soft texture of cereal often makes it an attractive choice for seniors with dental issues. But that temporary convenience comes at a long-term cost. These cereals don't provide real nourishment. No quality protein, no healthy fats, no fiber that slows digestion. The result? A quick rise in blood sugar followed by a fast drop, leaving you drained, hungry, and vulnerable to insulin resistance. Each spoonful may be setting the stage for serious consequences, all before 9 a.m. The problem runs even deeper. With cereals that market themselves as healthy alternatives. Bran flakes, oat squares, and granola may sound better, but they're often loaded with sugars and refined oils. Even cereals labeled natural or organic aren't safe. From this trap, the solution? Skip the box entirely. There are far better ways to start your day, ways that stabilize blood sugar, fight inflammation, and provide lasting fuel for your muscles and brain. But before we talk about what those better options are, we need to address the worst offender, the most dangerous and misleading breakfast still found in countless senior homes, hospitals, and kitchens: white toast with margarine and jam. It looks so simple, so harmless. A slice of white toast, a thin layer of margarine, a spoonful of jam. It's the kind of breakfast that feels nostalgic, fast, familiar, and often the cheapest option on the table. But for older adults, this classic combination is quietly one of the most destructive ways to begin the day. Let's break it down. White bread is essentially pure starch. It's stripped of its fiber, minerals, and anything that might slow digestion. The moment it enters your body, it's broken down almost as fast as sugar, causing blood glucose to spike sharply, similar to drinking a can of soda. There's no cushion, no fiber, no protein, no fat to ease the impact. Just a surge that floods your system. Now add margarine, which is often made with industrial seed oils like canola or soybean. These oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids and known to promote oxidative stress and inflammation, especially when they've been hydrogenated, a process that creates trans fats. When combined with white bread, the result is a highly inflammatory meal that can damage your blood vessels, impair brain function, and accelerate muscle loss. And then the final touch: jam, concentrated sugar with little to no nutritional value. It completes the picture. You've now got a sugar-drenched starch, topped with processed fat and finished off with more sugar. Research backs this up. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who regularly consumed refined bread and trans fats had a 48% higher risk of cognitive decline over a 5-year period. Another study from the European Journal of Endocrinology showed that meals like this lowered insulin sensitivity by 34% in people over 60, even after a single meal. But it doesn't stop there. This kind of breakfast weakens the immune system, causes joint inflammation, and contributes to long-term deterioration of muscle fibers and blood vessels. You may not feel it immediately, but your body notices. The impact is subtle, but profound. And the worst part? It's still being served daily in nursing homes, hospitals, and countless households, not out of malice, but out of habit. A habit that's no longer harmless. It's important to note, even whole wheat toast can be problematic for some seniors, especially those with blood sugar issues or gluten sensitivity. But white bread with margarine and jam is the single worst breakfast choice an older adult can make. So, what should you eat instead? There are foods, simple, satisfying, and backed by science, that help repair the damage, restore strength, and renew vitality. Foods that reduce inflammation, boost energy, protect your memory, and support your muscles. Let's begin with the first of the 4 best breakfast options you should consider every single day. It might surprise you, but one of the most powerful breakfasts for older adults isn't a trendy superfood or an expensive supplement. It's humble, simple, and fits in the palm of your hand. Chia seed pudding. Those small in size chia seeds pack an impressive nutritional punch, especially for those over 60. When soaked overnight in water or plant-based milk like almond or coconut, chia seeds transform into a gel-like pudding that's soft, easy to digest, and incredibly beneficial to aging bodies. Just 2 tablespoons deliver around 10 grams of fiber and 4 grams of anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. Why does that matter for seniors? Because fiber slows digestion and helps maintain stable blood sugar levels, while omega-3 South actively reduce inflammation, a major cause of joint pain, fatigue, and chronic disease in older adults. In a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging, seniors with higher soluble fiber intake showed a 39% improvement in insulin sensitivity, while regular omega-3 consumption reduced muscle loss by 30%. That's not a small change. That's the difference between steady legs and a shaky step. Unlike other high-carb breakfasts, chia pudding digests slowly, releasing energy evenly over several hours. No mid-morning crashes. No blood sugar spikes. Just steady clarity, better focus, and sustained strength. And thanks to its soft, pudding-like texture, it's easy to chew and gentle on the digestive system, making it ideal for those with dental issues or sensitive stomachs. But the benefits don't stop at blood sugar and muscle. Chia pudding also supports gut health by nourishing good bacteria, a critical yet often overlooked factor in aging. A healthy gut improves nutrient absorption, strengthens immunity, and even supports mood and cognition. Best of all, it's easy to make. Just combine 2 tablespoons of chia seeds with half a cup of almond or coconut milk, stir, and leave it in the refrigerator overnight. In the morning, top it with a dash of cinnamon or a few berries, and that's it. No cooking, no added sugar, no metabolic burden. Just clean, sustainable nourishment for your brain, body, and joints. Chia pudding isn't flashy. It doesn't come in a bright package or boast marketing claims, but it delivers something far more valuable: resilience. It's the kind of breakfast that works quietly in the background, stabilizing, healing, strengthening. And if you're wondering whether one small bowl can really make that much difference, the answer is yes. Especially when you're trying to rebuild what years of silent inflammation may have weakened. What chia seeds are just the beginning. There's another powerful food, unexpected, earthy, and deeply effective, that can boost blood flow, enhance energy, and even sharpen your thinking within days. Beets. They're not exactly a traditional breakfast favorite, and most people don't think of them first thing in the morning. But if you're over 60 and looking to improve your strength, focus, and overall vitality, few foods offer the benefits that beets, or more conveniently, beetroot smoothies do. What makes beets so special? It all comes down to nitrates, natural compounds found in beets that your body converts into nitric oxide. This molecule plays a key role in widening blood vessels, improving circulation, and increasing oxygen delivery to your muscles and brain. As we age, blood flow naturally slows, making every system in the body, from your heart to your joints to your memory, work harder with less fuel. This is where beets become a game-changer. In a clinical study published in the Journal of Gerontology, seniors who consumed beet juice each morning experienced a 19% increase in walking speed and a 21% improvement in muscle oxygenation during physical activity. That's real, measurable change, not in theory, but in action. Another study from Wake Forest University discovered that beet-rich breakfasts significantly improved brain function in just 4 days, particularly in the frontal lobe, the part of the brain responsible for memory, decision-making, and planning. For older adults hoping to stay sharp and independent, this is no small gain. You don't have to eat raw beets or spend hours in the kitchen. A simple beet smoothie made with half a cup of cooked beets, water, and a squeeze of lemon is more than enough to deliver the nitrate boost your body needs. For extra flavor, blend it with berries or half a banana. The earthy taste softens, and the benefits remain intact. Drink it 30 to 60 minutes before walking, exercising, or running errands, and you'll likely notice a difference in endurance, clarity, and how quickly your body recovers afterward. But the power of beets doesn't stop at circulation. Better blood flow means more nutrients to your muscles, faster removal of waste, and stronger immune support. It even supports your heart health, helping to reduce blood pressure and lower your risk of cardiovascular disease. What's most important is that this isn't about trends or gimmicks. Beets offer a simple, low-cost, scientifically supported way to improve how your body functions, starting with your morning meal. For seniors who are tired of feeling foggy, sluggish, or weak, or simply want to stay one step ahead of aging, a beet smoothie could be the unexpected solution hiding in plain sight. Still, there's more. The next breakfast food isn't trendy or colorful. In fact, it's one of the most misunderstood ingredients of the past few decades. But new science proves it's not only safe, it's one of the most complete sources of nutrition an older body can ask for. Eggs. For years, they were blamed for cholesterol, feared for fat content, and avoided by many older adults. But now the science has spoken clearly. Pasture-raised eggs are one of the most powerful, nutrient-dense breakfasts you can eat, especially after 60. Each large egg contains around 6 grams of high-quality protein, along with essential nutrients like choline, vitamin D, selenium, and vitamin B12, all critical for maintaining muscle strength, supporting brain health, and keeping metabolism active in aging bodies. Let's talk about protein first. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia, but that loss isn't inevitable. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors who consumed at least 25 grams of protein for breakfast retained up to 45% more muscle mass over time compared to those who started their mornings with carbs. That's a massive difference in long-term mobility, independence, and strength. Eggs also contain choline, a vitamin many older adults lack. Choline helps produce acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter crucial for memory, learning, and muscle control. In fact, low choline levels have been linked to faster brain shrinkage and increased risk of cognitive decline. And when it comes to pasture-raised eggs, the benefits go even further. Because these hens eat a natural diet and roam outdoors, their eggs contain higher levels of omega, 3 fatty acids, and vitamin D than conventional eggs. That means stronger bones, reduced inflammation, and better mood stability, all from a food that costs less than a cup of coffee. But how you cook your eggs matters too. Avoid inflammatory oils like vegetable or canola. Instead, cook your eggs gently in grass-fed butter or olive oil, or simply poach them in water. Scrambled, soft-boiled, or sunny-side up, any of these are great options that keep the nutrients intact while remaining easy to digest. For seniors with chewing difficulties, eggs are soft and smooth. For those watching their weight, they're satisfying without being heavy. And for anyone wanting to age with grace and strength, they offer the perfect blend of protein, fat, and brain-boosting compounds. What's remarkable about eggs is their versatility. You can pair them with greens, avocado, or a slice of low GI toast. You can make them in minutes, enjoy them at any time of day, and trust that you're fueling your body, not stressing it. So don't skip eggs. Don't fear them. Embrace them, because they just might be the breakfast your body's been craving all along. Still, one final breakfast food remains. It's small, dark, and often overlooked. But ounce for ounce, it may be the most powerful natural protector of memory, mobility, and vitality that nature has to offer. Wild blueberries. Not the big, watery kind you find in plastic tubs at the grocery store, but the small, dark, intensely colored wild ones. These little berries, often no bigger than a pea, may be the most powerful breakfast food a senior can eat. Why? Because wild blueberries are packed with anthocyanins, a type of antioxidant-rich plant compound that has been shown to reverse oxidative stress, lower inflammation, and even repair aging brain tissue. These effects aren't theoretical. They've been proven repeatedly in studies on real older adults. In a breakthrough study published in Nutrients, seniors who ate 1 cup of wild blueberries every morning experienced significant improvements in memory and attention span after just 90 days. Another study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that inflammatory markers dropped by 52% in older participants who incorporated wild blueberries into their daily meals. These berries aren't just sweet, they're medicine. Unlike refined sugars, the natural sugars in wild blueberries are balanced by fiber and phytochemicals, which help regulate blood sugar rather than spike it. They improve blood flow to the brain and muscles, which means better energy, better coordination, and faster recovery after physical activity. For seniors, that can mean fewer falls, longer walks, and sharper thinking well into their 70s and 80s. Wild blueberries also support the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that helps maintain existing brain cells and encourage the growth of new ones. That's huge, especially for anyone concerned with memory loss, confusion, or mental fatigue. The key, however, is using the right kind. Cultivated blueberries, the ones that look perfect but taste bland, don't contain the same levels of active compounds. Wild blueberries are smaller, darker, and contain up to twice the antioxidant power. You can usually find them frozen, and that's perfectly fine. Frozen wild blueberries retain their nutrients and are easy to add to smoothies, yogurt, or chia. Pudding. They're also incredibly easy on the digestive system. For seniors with sensitive stomachs or medication schedules, they offer a gentle, nourishing option that brings healing without discomfort. And just like the other foods on this list, wild blueberries aren't just about one benefit. They're about everything working together, improving blood sugar control, reducing joint inflammation, supporting cognitive clarity, and even boosting your mood. If you make just one change to your breakfast this year, let it be this. Start with wild blueberries, because nothing is more effective, more protective, or more deeply healing than this small, mighty fruit, especially first thing in the morning. Now, take a step back and consider what you've just learned. Breakfast isn't just a habit, it's a message to your body. And for seniors, it may be the most powerful message you send all day. The right breakfast can stabilize your blood sugar, protect your muscles, reduce joint pain, and keep your mind clear and alert. The wrong one? It slowly drains your strength, builds inflammation, and pushes you toward chronic illness, one bite at a time. Let's recap the silent dangers hiding in plain sight. Instant oatmeal packets seem comforting, but flood your bloodstream with sugar and processed carbs, igniting inflammation and energy crashes. Flavored yogurt cups mask themselves as health food while delivering more sugar than candy bars, disrupting gut health and cognitive stability. Breakfast cereals, even those labeled high fiber or whole grain, are often ultra-processed, stripped of real nutrients, and deeply linked to insulin resistance and belly fat. And perhaps most deceptively, white toast with margarine and jam, a nostalgic staple, strikes the body with a triple hit of refined starch, industrial fat, and added sugar. Together, they quietly weaken the very systems you depend on to move, think, and heal. But there's good news, incredibly good news. Small, intentional changes can reverse the damage and set your health on a new course. You've already met the 4 breakfasts that can do just that. Chia seed pudding delivers fiber, omega-3 South, and steady energy. A gentle boost that supports your gut, blood sugar, and brain. Beetroot smoothies enhance circulation and oxygen flow to muscles and memory centers, improving endurance and clarity in just days. Pasture-raised eggs offer a complete source of protein, healthy fats, and brain-protective nutrients like choline, fueling your strength with each bite. And wild blueberries, nature's true superfood, rebuild cognitive function, reduce inflammation by over half, and protect your independence. These aren't fads. They're not marketing gimmicks. They're real foods supported by real science with real results in real seniors. Every study referenced here was conducted on older adults. These aren't theories from test tubes or assumptions drawn from younger bodies. These are practical, proven insights designed for where you are now, not where you were 20 years ago. So the next time you stand in your kitchen, staring at the toaster or reaching for the cereal box, ask yourself, is this food giving me life or taking it from me? You don't need a radical overhaul. You don't need to give up everything you love. You just need to listen to your body, to the science, to the quiet signals that whisper, I feel better, when you make the right choice. Because aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean refinement of your habits, your energy, your strength. And it starts every morning with what's on your plate.